Hello and welcome to my Subnautica, my adventures, Grand Reef. We're going to go to the Grand Reef, or we're going to go to our floater island base first, and then from there we're going to look around the Grand Reef. What this sub series really is looking around each of the areas within Subnautica, and to let you know up front that we use a few console commands, so we're not constantly having to try to stay live while we're showing you the Grand Reef because of warpers and reapers and all the other sea monsters that are here. So we use them when it's necessary to do what we're trying to do, and that's produce these videos. So let's get started.
Engine powering up.
See, there's the floater islands beacon. We have 63% power, but when you say 63%, we use solar, bio reactors, and nuclear. So really 63 is quite a bit. And we use a few Nexus mods too, like the one on the reactor on the far right up there is a Nexus mod, reactor rod. That fits in the upgrades, and then the 92.0 is a complete bio or complete nuclear reactor. And then we have the solar panels on top. If we would just set up here and let everything recharge, it would get back to 100. And I'm kind of surprised it doesn't get back to 100. I'm sure if I worked with it, I could get it back to 100, but 63% is quite a bit. It's not going to move much off of that. Well, we're at the floater island, and what makes it float is those air sacs that are underneath the island that holds it up. And we're going to use this really just as staging. And you see the island there, and my base doesn't completely render, and I'm sure it's in settings.
Engine powering down.
But we kind of rubber band all of this together just to keep it going. That's why we're always needing help with our YouTube channel. That's why we see it so important that we get subscribers, and at the moment we're only getting less than 1% of those that view our videos to subscribe. And yeah, I'm a little disgusted with that. We get less than 1%, so there's over 99% of our viewers that don't subscribe. And I mean, you care much less for the channel than I do. You know, I'm trying to keep this thing going. I have put together 900 videos and over 100 per month, and we only get less than 1% subscribers. So we're making some changes.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
We're making
All systems online.
We're making changes to where you're going to be, to get to see all the videos, we're going to give you just one of each type per day, possibly. We might even go less than that, like for Subnautica, 1 video a day. And for No Man's Sky, Elite Dangerous, Pinball VR, to be 1, and then we'll have a pre-release to our Patreons. So look in the description at the bottom of the description, and you see a Patreon page. And you can go there and you can sign up for our premium service, and which will help the YouTube channel. And then you'll get the pre-releases. And just as of now, there's probably 15 or 20 pre-releases that our supporters and partners will get to view before everybody else does. One thing I wanted to show you is here on the this is a map that Nexus can provide, Nexus mods, so look that up. So we want to go into that blue area, which is the sparse area is where we're at right now, just on the edge of the sparse area, but we want to go into the blue area, which is the Grand Reef, and it will populate as we travel. It doesn't hold it from game to game. You actually have to travel there. Or, well, it does. I mean, all of these is from previous games, but it will refresh and you have to repopulate it. So that's where we're at right now. So we're going to go down deeper, much deeper, and to do what we're doing, you're going to need the upgrades to your Seamoth. And you see all of my upgrades at the bottom. That's part of Nexus, where they provide that. Now, if we're attacked by the sea monsters, you will see where that we don't sustain damage. And you see a opening. I can click on one of the buttons down here, and it shows me a sonar view. So there is an opening there, and it goes into the Lost River, because now you see I have a Lost River Southwest 2 base. And I even, let's see, it's showing I have an additional Seamoth there, I have an exosuit there, and it's showing the cameras. I usually turn the cameras off from the scanner room. We're not going to go down there on this video, but we will be going down there. I have 4 bases in the Lost River. So we'll probably take them one at a time in upcoming videos. But where I was getting before, I'm hoping we can get better than 1% subscribing. If we do, I'll start releasing more of those videos. But as much effort as I have to put in to put this many videos together, if you want to see those videos more often, then you need to subscribe. And if we get a better percentage, like 3.5% instead of 1%, I'll start releasing more of those videos earlier. But we need a better subscriber participation. So the Patreon, what that does is it'll be more of a premium service, and you'll get all of our videos that we create right after they're created. Make sure we're still in the Grand Reef area. We're barely in the Grand Reef area. And we are facing into the Grand Reef, so that's fine. The treaders start down here in this area. There are warpers in this area. And there are reapers that show up from time to time. The large deposits that you can only get to by drilling them, like with the exosuit. That's why at our bases we have exosuits. And you see limestone deposits and others. You'll hear the warper. That's why we're using those console commands. So we can see there's a warper over there. We have invisibility on. But if he bumps into us and figures out that we're here, he could kick us out of our sea moth. See, he leaves again because he can't see us because we're using no damage and invisibility. Now, the invisibility doesn't always work. So let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're still staying in the Grand Reef and we're going the right direction, so that's good. And if we see the treaders, we'll go ahead and follow them a little bit. We're at 350 meters. And I'm still new to the game. I have maximized a lot of things because of searching the wrecks and collecting blueprints and things like that. And some of these caves take us down to the Lost River. There's a large wreck here. And it's a good thing to scan everything. Everything you come across that's scannable, go ahead and scan it. Because even if you already have that blueprint, you get titanium for scanning it. And we're at 447 feet. We do have the extended wetsuit. Diving suit, and you see a drillable arm for the exosuit, which I already have, but if we scan that, you will see that we get titanium in place of it. See, we're getting titanium. I did see a data box down here, but you can tell I've already picked up the data module because it's empty. And there's some more pieces down here that we can scan. Like one behind this. Not everything that they'll let you scan, so like you can't scan that one, but you can scan this one down here. Scanner room fragment. So we're picking up titanium. Let's see if this door will open. Nope, that door won't open. Don't want to get too far from the sea moth because I'm not using a console command for the oxygen and the food. You see the bulges coming out on the sea moth, that's storage units. I do have thermal chargers on my sea moth, that's why it stays at 100% charge, because of the thermal charging. There's another large deposit that's done with the drillable arm of the exosuit. Let's see if we can get into this door. Yeah, I think that's what the red is, not allowing us to get into it. And I'm not remembering where the entrance is. There's usually an entrance at about every one of these. And I don't want to get too far away. Because of our air supply. Yeah, we can open that door. Open that door. There's another drillable arm down here, and we can laser cut that door over there. Takes a while to open these. We might peek before we go back to get oxygen. Another sealed door. More things that we could look at, but I don't want to use up all our oxygen here. We have a sea moth over here. See if we can get to that before our oxygen ran out. But you'd want to keep going back and forth to scan the wreck. The best thing to do is to move your sea moth over there without destroying it. So it's close by, so you can go in and search the wreckage and gain all the blueprints. We're getting closer to where we're going to need water. the water jugs, which give you 100% water. It's part of Nexus mods, and see there's a ruby. And if we look at our map, we're further down within the Grand Reef now. And that the Subnautica map that's on the PDA is part of the Nexus mods, which I really like that one. Of course, I like the sonar for the sea moth, and there's a zapper which shocks the sea monsters. And we have additional shields and the thermal solar charger. So there's a lot of those things I really like. And then you got these blue floating balls and more materials. Just giving you an idea of the Grand Reef. And without the mods, we'd be fighting or running from warpers all the time. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to show you the Grand Reef. In my play style, I do like the more of the exploring instead of the fighting off sea monsters. There's more rubies and quartz. Another warper. I just don't want him bumping into us because then he might eject me from the sea moth. Okay, well, we're back at this location. Need to go more to the right and then northward. We're going to have to drink some water. If you look down below the video to the far left, you'll see our YouTube channel page where there's over 900 more videos for you to watch. But like I said, until we can get more subscribers, we're going to have to limit a little bit the videos that we release. I'll continue to make the videos, but they'll be part of the pre-release. And
seek fluid intake.
we have the water jugs.
Vital signs stabilizing.
And the nutrient bars. Let's go ahead and save. Save and save often. That's kind of how I got through this game. Oh, there's the treaders. These are the guys, if you follow, they kick up materials and you use their poop in the bioreactor. Now the warpers will hang around, will come around the treaders. See the poop right there? you collect the poop for the bioreactors. See, there's another poop from that one. So you want to collect those. They work really good in the bioreactor. Collect the alien feces. See, there's another one. But you see the materials that they're kicking up too. Like the shell with diamonds. You see they're kicking them up all over the place, and poops all over the place. So this is a really good place to be, is to follow the treaders. Our sea moth is kind of in the way. And there's more poop back there from the treaders. Try to get the sea moth out of the way. See, they're releasing a lot more of the poop. And you see the materials being left behind too as they kick up the sediment. So this is always a good place to be, is following the treaders. Okay, well, I think that might do this one. You see a warper down there, kind of following them too. You see all of my bases. You can tell I'm really into base building. Let's see where we're at. Let's look at the map. See, we gathered some of the feces for the bioreactors. It changes the type of map we're looking at. So we just need to go straight to get to the floater island. In that direction, floater island. And you see our Cyclops also. Got about 800 meters away. But that gives you a little bit of an idea of the Grand Reef. That's what this video is all about, is showing you more of the Grand Reef and what to expect. Kind of a video reference. But please be part of, right now, the 1%ers that subscribe to our channel. It's not really fair to our channel if we're creating hundreds of videos a month, but we only get less than 1% subscribers. So, and the priority is the health and longevity of the channel. So we need subscribers. Now the subscription is free. It doesn't cost you anything. That's kind of what is a little disturbing about less than 1%. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to our channel. You need to watch material or parts of the island keep breaking off, so they will damage your ship, your sea moth, if they hit you. doesn't cost anything to subscribe, so that's why it's even more disturbing that it's less than 1%. But if you'd like to see more of the videos after they're created, you need to go to our Patreon page, which you will find. In the description, or if you donate directly through the donations types that we have listed, and email us, we will email you a list of those.
Captain, all systems online.
We will email you a list of the videos right after they're created. And you see we're down to 15 on the in the bioreactor on one of them, but we picked up 3. Now we use the auto sorters. Show you a little bit about that. This is a Nexus mod where you just put the material in this one red locker, and it places it in the empty other lockers. Now, what you can do over here, you can even set what goes into each locker. So if you wanted to reach in, like to this one has 21 items in it. So these are the items that are currently in that locker. But you could set what goes in there. But this is a resource monitor. It monitors your lockers and you can pull out stuff. Now, trying to work with a developer on this because it does have an issue where it just, like we have 11 pages, but you can't go to the next page and you can't select something and pull it out from the monitor. So what we're supposed to have to do is come up here, assign the habitat to our list at the bottom, choose it, deconstruct the monitor, and I think they said if you place it in a different location, temporarily, it's supposed to work. Trying to put it somewhere where it's different. Yeah, the right, like right there. Oh, hit the wrong button. Really bad about that. I got 4 games going at once. Types of games. See if it'll work this time. Nope, not working this time either. So we still got to get that worked out. But that's really not for this video. This was for the Grand Reef, so we'll continue to work on that. But it has great potential. We can get it to work right. Well, I appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you'll be part of the 1% at the moment, and maybe that will grow to the 3.5%, and then we'll release more of the videos more often. So until next time, where we visit another area, be sure to watch those 2 and subscribe. Go to our Patreon page, or donate, and email us, and we'll give you access to the pre-released videos. So until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye.